Hi, and welcome to episode 60 of the Stouting Off podcast, where we spout off commentary about the everyday life. Things that matter most, things that matter least. Before we get started, I want to ask you two questions. One, have you listened to episode 59? The Hell's Angels Are After Me? That's the title of it. Based on a narrative, a wonderful story that Will told in the previous episode that I think you might, especially you, might particularly enjoy. Secondly, before we get started, would you like, subscribe, and share this podcast with literally every single person you know? Would mean just the world to us. Appreciate it, and thanks in advance. Here comes episode 60 of the Stouting Off podcast. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Hello. Welcome. Let's get it popping, boys. Again, welcome to the Stouting Off podcast. I'm Drew Stoutenberg. I'm joined by my very close colleagues, my cohorts, my comrades, my brothers in arms, Jordan and Will. Welcome, boys. Will, you can do it now. That's cool.
You didn't ask me if I could do it last episode. You just assumed
said
I couldn't.
You could do it. Yeah.
No, I flexed my ability to do that, and you said nothing.
Did you think that for the last week I've just been training my hands? I've gone to a
That's what I was going to
specialist.
ask you, man. That's not something you just pick up overnight. That's pretty cool. Except one thing you can pick up overnight, and I did this in 6th grade. I learned how to juggle in one day. I remember that day too. It was overnight. I was able to. I bought the Klutz book for juggling. Came with 3 things, 3 juggling bags, and I learned overnight. That's the only instance in life where you can learn how to do one thing overnight, period. Juggling.
That's it. Juggle.
That's it.
As if just everybody can do it. They just haven't tried.
And that's the only thing. There's nothing else in life you can learn how to do in one day.
Can't learn how to crochet or knit or...
You can't learn how to play hopscotch in one day.
No.
You can't learn how to...
Change a tire.
You can't learn how to... I was going to say change oil. You can't learn how to change anything, basically.
Right.
But
it's
you
the
can learn how to
of
juggle.
things that you can't learn.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's my main
Anything
point.
you're trying to change, you can't do it overnight.
That's it. Jordan, I see you.
I can't do it.
Maybe overnight.
Can you snap with multiple fingers?
What was that?
Multiple fingers?
Yeah, do that again.
Hey, that's impossible.
Yeah, what you just did is it's not possible. Well, little did we know, Will came from a background. What was that, Jordan?
Jordan looked like he was the first caveman to discover fire just now.
Dude, I just did it. Check this out.
Now that makes sense.
Tight.
Dude, the tapping, clicking, snapping, anything hands and fingers related, Jordan is really good at. Hand drumming. He used to do this hand puppet thing. You know what I'm talking about, Jordan? Anyway, Jordan and I have known each other for 15 years, and throughout the decade and a half that I've known him, he's been pretty special at the hand and finger tricks. Pretty handy. Yeah.
Pretty handy and handsy.
Let's see. Went to Starbucks yesterday. Unrelated. Went to Starbucks yesterday. Ordered in one single order. Ordered for myself 2 venti cold brews. Thank you. And you know what I do? I go there and I order the nitro cold brew, but in the medium size, but I order it with ice in the large cup. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
I order the medium size, but I said, can you just put that amount into the large with ice? And then I said, can I have sweet cream with that? And he said, well, do you mean the sweet cream cold brew? I said, no. I want the regular cold brew with sweet cream. And he's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what you're asking. I said, do you have cold brew? He said, yes. I said, do you have sweet cream? He said, yes. I said, well, put them together. That's all I want.
Sir, you can't sweet cream in this room.
Oh, I was ready to just pull him over the register, and I was going to go back there and start making it. I'm like, I can see the nitro cold brew, and I can see the sweet cream. Those 2 things. I was running hot, man. A couple of buddies were there. They were like, if you go easy. Dude. They could see just the vein in my neck starting to go.
That's like when Taco Bell won't make something, but you know it exists in another form somewhere else.
Yes. Whenever I go to Starbucks and I give that order, I always do this. This is my little human behavior trick. Like with Jord, with you, when you go to the drive-thru, you ask how they're doing first. That's like your best practice. This is my thing. I say, some Starbucks locations will do this. Others won't. I'm going to throw you a curveball here. Are you ready for this? Tell me if you can do it. I hope you can. Front load it all with that.
Yeah.
And then I say the order. A grande nitro cold brew in a venti cup with ice. They're like, yeah, of course we can do that. I'm like, yes. Because I have been turned down for that before I started asking it that way. And then I say, can you add sweet cream? And 99% of the time they say, yeah, sure. This guy yesterday was like, whoa, easy.
Dude,
hold on.
Like when,
Let me pause you right there.
What's sweet cream?
What's cream?
Who am I?
What do you think? We're serving coffee here? What is it?
What do you think? Who am I?
Let's play a game. Who am I? That starts doing impressions.
You said
Let's
sweet
play
cream,
a
but who
game.
am I?
Let's play a game. Who am I? After you ask that, dude.
And the customer, me, I'm just totally confused. Who
Well, it says you're
are
Steve.
you a college student? Do you
You're
go to
male.
the school
You're
here?
male, clearly.
Starts playing Guess Who. Pulls out a board game of Guess Who. All right. Do you have glasses?
But there's a Guess Who
Let's go.
character that is him. Who am I?
Well, the correct answer is Leroy. You'll see him on your board there.
You gotta flip.
If you can
gotta
beat
flip
me at a
them
game
down
of
as you go.
Monopoly, I'll make you your drink.
Beat me at a game of Monopoly. You have to be there for 4
5
hours.
hours. It's 5 hours.
That is so stupid.
But he
Yeah,
makes
anyway.
your drink before, so it's warm by the time you get it.
Oh, you want this? It's behind him. You want this? Well,
There's a puddle of water around.
you'll
it.
have to beat me in a game of Monopoly. Starts throwing dice.
But that is why I always have anxiety / try to avoid being the guy who goes on coffee runs because of orders like that or orders of people that I used to work
Yeah.
with or whatever. Because I'm simple when it comes to and I hate to sound like a freaking 65-year-old man, but just give me freaking coffee and I'll put cream and sugar in it myself.
Yeah.
And
I love that for you, by the way. You are classic in that regard.
that's all I
In
ask
most regards, you're classic, dude.
Admirable.
because honestly, I've never tried to venture out because it just gets too complicated. And like I used to work with a guy, and I'd be like, I'm going to lunch in Plymouth. I'm probably stopping by Starbucks. Do you want me to pick you up something? And every time I'd ask, just immediate dread would wash over me because I'm like, it's going to be 14 paragraphs long what he's going to want.
Yeah.
Extra tall,
Triple.
non-fat, extra hot, extra this, extra that, caramel macchiato, upside down, cold, non-fat creamer, blah blah blah. I have to read. I have to unfold a scroll to read off what he's trying to order for one $4 drink, man. And I'm on lunch, trying to get back, but nope. I got to stand there in a panic and try to repeat all this.
With a freaking scroll on parchment paper.
And they always
For some reason.
yes, on lambskin, and they always and then they'll always ask me questions about the drink too that clearly I don't know the answers to. Do you know? Would you like, because we're all out of the cream and the caramel? Do you mind, because we have like this actual like non-fat dairy like thing that we do with a little whipped foam and stuff like that? Is that okay? Let me text them. Hang on. Let me text them. Give me a sec. Hang on. Let me call them. Hi, would you like? Good. He didn't pick up. Go ahead and do it. Yeah, sure. I'm going to get yelled at. Go ahead and do it. I'm going to stand here. This is great. This is great. Complicated orders coming down the line for me. Love doing
All I want is
it.
black coffee. But
I
my
just wanted a
coworker
simple
needs-
coffee
I
that
was
they
just trying to
pour
be
out.
nice.
It's like pouring water out of a fountain. There's one ingredient. That's all I want. He's trying to deconstruct the most complicated drink on the universe
Yeah.
while I stand there.
Dude, that's real, man.
Oh,
That's
that
real.
is real, Will.
I worked at
That is
Starbucks
so true. Yeah, you did.
90
Yeah,
days.
you did.
or so. Give or
90-day
take.
Starbucks employee.
Yep.
TLC, coming to TLC this
It
fall.
was awesome, actually.
Reality show.
I will say that. Working there
Oh.
was sick. But there
They
were
give you
some
benefits.
people with some very, very complicated drink orders. Especially
Dude.
at the mall when they got
Spilled
there
this.
at
That's
6
cool.
and they
Yeah.
open. I worked at the mall location, and they would come in and ask for extra hot, like extra hot, but they would specify like the degrees. So like I want this vanilla latte, but I want it at 112 degrees.
No.
Too
No.
much.
You're getting paid
Much.
$7
I draw
an
the
hour.
line
Yeah.
there.
$7 an hour.
And they wanted it that hot so that like they could get to where they're going, clock in, do all the stuff, and then it's like the perfect temperature by the time they start drinking it. I get it, but hey, just start drinking it right away.
Yeah.
You know?
Drink it sooner.
Because it's a
Drink
coffee.
it sooner. I have
And
a solution
it's
for you.
not
Drink
like
it
a dog
sooner.
that has to go outside.
We
It's
don't.
like, no, you're holding it though.
We live in a society. Okay, where you can't be measuring out specific temperatures for food and drink.
No.
We live in a society
Period.
where you can't do that.
We
I
don't
would
have
love
the
to do it with my
technology.
pizza. I'd love to go into Little Caesars and be like, put a thermometer in that hot and ready and make sure that the cheese is melted enough so when I get it home, it's not a hard brick.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
You
I
wanna
can't
know-
get that. I shouldn't be able to get 112 degrees Starbucks drink.
Do you want to know what's worse?
That's it.
They'd bring it back
I would like to.
if it wasn't.
They have a thermometer in their car, man.
I don't know what it is, man, but some people, there was this one guy, he
To
had
test you.
slick back hair, dude. He had slick
Say
back
no
hair
more.
and a
I know.
mustache.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
and
it.
a mustache?
And a mustache.
He's
He
checking
would
the
come
temp.
in, order.
Arrest him.
It was a oh gosh. It was a vanilla latte, extra hot, 112 degrees, extra foam. That's what it was. I'd give it to him because he came in every day. He worked there. He worked at the mall. He worked at Nordstrom,
Yeah.
actually. And so, like, give it to him. There were times where he came back and said, "This is not hot." I was like, dude, you were so worried about time and clocking in. How are you back here? How'd you come back?
You need to open the fitting room for somebody. What are you doing here?
Yeah, your men's shoes are just sitting stale right now.
Yeah. You have some Sperry's to sell, my guy. Dude, and by
With
the
no
way,
one in
some
the store,
people
though.
Yeah. He does cold calls to people for Sperry shoes. Hey, this is Joseph from Nordstrom. Wondering, you in the market for Sperry shoes? No.
you happy with your
This
shoe
is the doctor's
provider?
office. Why are you calling here? Can I tell you something I've never told anyone else?
Yeah.
It's something that happened today, actually.
While you were alone.
While
You
I was
had
alone.
all the opportunity all day today to tell everybody.
Yeah,
but now
tell
you're,
us,
you're-
dude.
Yeah.
I kind of snapped at an old lady today, and I'm not proud of
Literally like that.
it. I snapped at her. I said, "Hey, check this out." I snapped at her. She couldn't believe it. She was indignant. She was absolutely at a loss for words that a young man would snap at her like that.
What happened?
I clapped back at her. And no, here's what happened. I was at the gym, the YMCA, and I wanted to finish my workout with a set of walking lunges where you just kind of walk. So you need a long area where you can get, 10 steps in.
you
One,
need
one,
30
two,
feet
two.
or so.
Yeah, you need like 30 or 40 feet. At least I do. I don't like to do them in place. It's hard on my knees and hips. Something that happens at the age of 34.
It's hard on my niece. Go ahead.
She hates it when I do that. It's just, it's not fair to. I leave the weight room because there's no room to do that. And there's this auxiliary gym that almost never gets used. And so I go to the auxiliary gym, and there's a senior citizens class, like fitness class. I'll just put it this way. They were all in chairs. They were sitting in chairs. So it wasn't rigorous, wasn't high tempo. It's not like they were doing aerobics or Tybo. You remember Tybo, by the way?
Yeah.
Billy Blanks.
Blanks?
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Blanks.
He passed?
No, he's not dead. So they were just sitting in chairs, and they were in less than one quadrant of the whole gym. They were in less than 1/4 of the whole surface area of the floor. So I just quietly in the back am tiptoeing like the Pink Panther over to this long wall, and I just wanted to quietly, silently actually, do walking lunges on this wall. And as I'm walking over there, I hear the instructor, older lady, yell, "Sir, sir. I can hear it over my music, dude. And I turn and she said, you can't work out in here. Instantly, the rage in me, I had to quell it a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't work out in here. We're doing a class. You have to leave. You can't work out in here. As though I'm coming in there with just 2 armfuls of dumbbells, dropping them like I'm grunting, sweating, screaming.
You're doing jumping jacks and kick flips and stuff.
That's what
all
I'm saying.
In between the seats.
I was going to silently do lunges in the corner of the room, sir. And so I snapped at her.
What
And
did
I
you
just
do?
went like-
And was
I
this
just
in
went
front of other elderly women?
Dude, this elderly class. There were probably 15 older people, like
Yeah.
our grandparents' age, 70s at minimum. And what they were doing, by the way, was just this.
Couple
were just-
stretches?
They were just holding their arm behind their head.
You
As
should
though
have
that's
taken a
deep
seat,
calorie.
done the class with them.
I should have. Well, I am here to work out, but I'm here to work out with you guys. I just sit down, just
Assume
I'm
the
grunting.
position.
That's the point at which I'm grunting. Ah! Hold it for 2 seconds longer. No, so I'm just like, you know how I get sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to go on this wall and just silently do walking lunges, but no, okay, I don't want to interrupt you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, sorry. Really cool. Appreciate it. And then it was kind of like that, and then I left, but immediately I just felt a little contrition. I felt a little
Honestly,
conviction.
dude, that's on her.
Thank you.
Sorry
That's
about
the
it,
real
but that's
no,
on
that's
her.
the real reason I wanted to bring it up is because like I had a case. I wasn't going to do anything crazy.
Yeah,
It
you're not
didn't say
interfering.
like it. I mean, I'm sure you didn't walk past a sign that said "group in session." Like,
Did you cut?
No.
Did you
Private
cut through
group and
caution tape to get through the door?
yeah, did you have to put
I
on
went
a
through
wig?
a full background check to get through there, and
Putting-
like
Putting
you know,
the dumbbells through a TSA checkpoint and stuff. I spent a half an hour trying to get in here, and then you're trying to say I can't stay.
right. I got government clearance to go through there. Like, you guys did a background check. You can see I've got a clean record. I truly, though, I was just like, yo, chill.
Yeah, straight up, dude. I mean,
Like-
is it at Maddox? Are you talking about
Yeah, it was
that
it's this-
auxiliary
yeah.
room that faces out to the parking lot?
No, not even that room. They converted that one. It's a full gym. I don't know if you knew this. There's a small track in there above that particular gym. It's a small track.
Oh,
And it's a small gym, but they like the size of an elementary school lunchroom, at least where I went to school.
Huh.
That's the size of this gym. But there were only like 15 people. They were huddled in this corner in their chairs. And I was just like James Bonding my way over to the
yeah.
wall.
Small gym,
Sir,
small track.
What could you have possibly done to interrupt their session? Like,
Nothing, dude. You
You
can't work out in here. I said, listen.
You know who
I said,
am.
listen.
You know who
you know
guys
who I am. You know that. You know I went through TSA to get in here.
I'm wearing the badge around my neck, lady. What do you want me to do?
You know I work here. What else?
you know, I work
What
out.
else?
Sir, this is our class. Small gym, small track, bulky grandparents. We need you to leave.
Sir, you can't work out here. I mean, you know, I work out here.
You know I'm elderly. I mean, come on. You know I'm not good. Have you seen Cobra Kai?
No, you
The
Will?
first season was really nifty. What did
First
you think
season I
about?
watched.
Oh no,
That's
I've
it.
never seen it.
You watched the first season, Will?
First season, yeah.
And then it ended with the kid breaking his back on the stairs, and then I was kind of over it. Not because of that. It just kind of it started to get away from them a little bit.
It's just a little bit too light of a show for me.
Yeah.
Like the Karate Kid movies are very classic, right? And the
Yeah.
era in which they were made were very classic, and they're well done. They're very entertaining. But extending that over, what are they on the third season now? I don't know.
I don't know,
But-
but yeah,
It just got to a point where I was just like, I'm just not really feeling it anymore, because all it is just all these old people that are trying to fight each other now.
that's it. Yeah.
I'm not really vested in the show at that point. So
I thought the first half of the first season was like the nostalgia mixed with like the new modern day. I thought they did it masterfully. But nostalgia, I can only run on nostalgia for so long.
Yeah, I
at
think-
some point I need a good story.
that's all they're capitalizing on, and I don't think that the rest of the show really pans out. in my opinion. It didn't keep me engaged. But I've watched Stranger Things twice. The latest season.
Stranger Things lost me at season 2. I think it took too long to come out after season 1, and I had to. It's one of those things where I felt like I had to rewatch. That wasn't,
I'm afraid of that with Outer Banks.
Oh yeah, there's only 2 seasons of that, right?
Yeah.
I think I've watched both. Good show, nice show.
One
John
of the
B.
best, in my opinion, one of the best. Now, the best is something that I restarted while I was in Florida last week.
Can I guess?
Sure.
Well, give me a hint first.
No,
Standard quid pro quo.
that's the show.
Never heard of it. What's the? Give me a hint. Actor in it.
2004. No,
2004. It's not like One Tree Hill or something, right?
that's it. One Tree Hill.
That's it.
I restarted it, man.
Started watching One Tree Hill
I'm
again.
7 episodes in right now.
Wow. I could never, ever, 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 ever watch that show.
I think it's potentially my favorite TV show that's ever been on.
You want to know why?
Wow. Someone very close to me likes that show as well. I've heard only good things, but I feel like it's one of those shows you had to be there at the time. Like it would be tough for a guy like Will or me or
Potentially
anybody to go back at the age of 34 and watch it.
I don't know. I just
Could
did
be
it.
wrong.
But maybe I was there before.
I used to live with somebody, and their girlfriend would watch One Tree Hill incessantly, every day. Every day. She's waking up, she's watching One Tree Hill. She's coming home from work, she's watching One Tree Hill. She's going to bed, she's watching One Tree Hill. It's always on. And so, throughout the house, all I hear, I don't want to be anything but a dance. All day, man.
Is that the theme?
Yeah.
The theme song, Gavin DeGraw?
Yeah.
That
All
song
day.
He makes an
high key
appearance
hits.
too in season 3.
That's
Hey,
So
I wouldn't watch it.
one of those shows had, without going too much farther down nostalgia lane here, one of those shows had Andrew McMahon from Jack's Mannequin on the show. Was it that show
oh dude,
with the song The Mixtape?
dude, I think it was, man. I don't have my phone. I think it was though. We're gonna circle back on it.
You know what I thought of yesterday? was driving with a couple of buddies and was on the way back from Illinois, actually. It was nice to be back in the Midwest. But I went with a friend who was DJing a wedding and his buddy who kind of MCs. I just tagged along for the wedding up in Illinois, and it was really fun. But on the way back, we drove by a classic car, and at the same time, all 3 of us were like, oh, dude, wow. And I was like, yeah, my dad would be able to be like, oh, that's a 1957 Buick and whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought, there will come a day, or what if there came a day in, say, 30 or 40 years where we're driving with our kids or grandkids and some well-kept Honda Civic comes up and we're like, guys, look at, they don't make them like this anymore. Look at that.
The alloy wheels on that Ford Fusion, man.
That's a 1997 Honda Civic right there. They don't make them like this.
Man,
Yeah,
That's gas-powered.
Look at the look at the taillights on that Acadia, dude. Whoa.
That's an original first-generation Ford Windstar. Did you guys have one of those, by the way?
I did.
That was the same.
I mean,
We
my
were an
mom did.
escort family.
Escort?
My parents had my mom was okay. My dad's vehicles throughout the years, man.
I've been in one of them.
Have you?
The Ranger, right?
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah.
it a Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked into it.
He
I didn't get in.
I was like, it's a
I
two-seater.
would never actually get in.
I'm like, it's
Yeah,
a two-seater. When were you in my dad's Ranger?
Just me and your dad hanging. I would.
My parents wrecked a Chevelle before I was born. That's cool because that probably would have been mine.
That's tight.
And then they had some sort of one of those vans from the 80s with like shag carpeting and stuff in it. It was brown, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
And-
With like really nice upholstery and like velvet, maybe suede.
Yeah. Probably like shag carpeting everywhere. And everywhere. No velvet or anything, dude.
Shut it
Suede.
down.
Yeah, suede.
It was the sheepdog from Dumb and Dumber, dude.
Cigarette holes in the suede in 3 seconds. Wouldn't even drive it off the lot, and there'd be just burn holes everywhere. So
I'll take it.
Instantly drops $5,000 in value. Before you even drive it off the lot, once you get a cigarette burn in there, it's $5,000 off
actually,
the value.
yeah, you got a pack on
Kelly
you.
Blue Book, that's a classification in there.
You got a pack on you.
Man, I can make a quick buck, man. If I can drive this off the lot, light up, take it right back to the dealer, and get $5 more grand. What were the other vehicles? It was some sort of old Lincoln, like an old long silver Lincoln, and it had I remember it had ashtrays in the back door panel. I remember that.
Respect.
Ashtrays in all doors.
That's tight.
Name of my first band. And then
I remember that band as well.
and then he had some sort of, I think it was a 74. It was like a early to mid 70s Ford pickup. And then at one point the exhaust fell off. So then every morning when he'd go to work, it just sounded like Monster Jam happening outside my window. And the gas pedal was an actual foot. Like it was the outline of a foot.
Really?
Of course.
That's tight.
Of course.
Of course. Standard.
Yeah.
By
fun.
the way, Monster Jam being outside your bedroom window, glass shattering, and like
Yes.
cars getting run over by monster trucks.
Yes.
I've been to Monster Jam, by the way. I've seen Gravedigger in the flesh. Well,
Same.
in the metal alloy, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Gravedigger is still ripping too.
He is.
Yeah.
Doubt it's the same guy, right?
Probably not.
Surely it can't be.
Surely it can't be. It's been maybe.
It's been a while.
It's been 20 years.
It's been a
maybe.
while.
Jude saw him. Jude saw
yeah.
him in real life. My son,
Yeah.
coming up on 5 years old. Last year he went to Monster Jam with
Just him by himself with his
yeah,
boys.
he just went. Yep, took the bus. No, he went with my dad, and I was out of town or something. But man,
That's cool.
It changed his life. I think.
Dude, it's like he was like getting to see all of his toys that he plays with out
For
on the
sure.
dirt in real life.
I said,
Yeah.
"What was your favorite monster truck?" And he said, "Gravedigger."
Gravedigger. Could you
That's
imagine
actually
if
the
that's
cutest
what
thing.
the announcement was on like the radio promotion and stuff? Come on down to a Silver Dome. Come see Gravedigger.
30 floors of fire-breathing steel. Come see Gravedigger.
Gravedigger.
It's a soundbite of Jude. That's it.
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger.
Or a kid's choir all saying it in unison. Gravedigger.
Gravedigger. My dad has only ever had an F-250, but in different
It's a very
years.
dad thing.
Yeah, that's it.
To keep with the same model of a vehicle for that many
Yes,
years
dude.
sequentially.
He had a blue F-250 that was a monster truck, and then went to a green F-250, but always has the cab, or not the cab. Is that what the cap?
Truck cap.
The cap, yeah.
Over so it's always indoor tools. Always indoor tools. To a green F-250, now to a red, like a burgundy F-250.
Hey, by the way, Jordan, didn't your sister's car get stolen out of her driveway once?
Chrysler Concord. Oh yes.
Hate that.
No, the Explorer got stolen. The Eddie Bauer Explorer got stolen out of her driveway in Redford. 6 Mile and Beach Daily. Don't move there. Hashtag stay away. And
Wasn't it found at like an Olive Garden?
no,
Why did I think that then?
I'll tell you why.
If that's not true, then why did I think that?
We're going to
tell
go
you
out.
why.
We're going to get our own ride. We're going to get breadsticks.
No, so my sister goes outside to start the car, preps Madeline at the time. Madeline, which is my eldest niece. She's probably 16 or 17 or something. Now. Preps the car seat, goes back inside to get Madeline, comes out, car's gone.
Wait,
Okay.
within that amount of time?
20
Car-
seconds.
Whoa.
20 seconds. So that happened. Then one time we were at a family dinner at Olive Garden, Schoolcraft Road and Middlebelt.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. My mom lives over there.
Yeah. We go in. We have a
At the
nice
Olive
family
Garden.
dinner at the Olive Garden. We're at a round table.
You
We
see my
eat dinner.
mom?
We get Andy's mints on the way out.
Heck yeah, you do.
We go outside. My sister's like, "Where's my car?" Got
No.
stolen out of the parking lot.
No. No. Come on. Wait, is this?
I literally looked at her and I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, seriously, straight up.
Like it's her fault, but I'm like, literally, what happened to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Why
going
have you
on?
changed so much?
You've changed. You know
What
that?
happened to you along the way? You used to not get cars stolen. What
Yeah,
changed?
I was like, I don't even know what to do. So I stayed with her while the police officer came. Apparently, the Chrysler Concord, this year of the Chrysler Concord was one of the easiest cars to steal based on how you get in and how you wire it and all this stuff.
Catalytic converter. Yeah.
Something like
Right,
that.
with the cattle. Yeah.
We have a mookster. Goes by the name of Zach Robbins. Trying to be
Special
like
mookster.
inconspicuous, but then like saying his name.
We have an anonymous mookster. His name is
Zach Robbins. Z-A.
CH.
That's spelled Z-A-C-H.
He went to Lifetime at my Lifetime in Novi. Went in for a workout. Parked
That's where I
his
met
car.
him, by the way.
Really?
Yep.
No kidding. I
With
love
no
running
introduction.
into
He was just like, I think we have a mutual friend. I was like, oh,
That's
Oh,
tight.
Joel? Yeah, of
he's
course.
so cool.
Great guy.
Parked his car, went in, did his workout, came out, car's gone.
hate
Broken
that.
glass on the thing. He had help me because it's Scat Pack. Do you know what that means? Does that mean anything to you?
No.
I think it's like a charger.
that a board game?
Scat
Oh.
Pack. There's some sort of charger, Dodge
Okay.
Charger or maybe Challenger.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's a Dodge. It's a Dodge feature.
Is it Scat Pack? Is that what it's
Yes.
called? Okay. I guess they're super hot with being stolen, and people have apps on their phone that locate any of this model car around them, and then they can remotely unlock the doors and like start the car and drive away.
Unreal.
And who told me that was another mookster, Catallo, who works for State Farm under the
Is on your side. Yeah.
claims, like the whatever.
We've
stolen
got a good
property
mix in that
claims.
group. We've got the people who get their cars stolen, and we've got the people who tell them why it was stolen.
Yeah.
Yes.
all it
Yes.
takes.
Good group.
And those are the only two groups of people you need in your life. Period.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. As
And
long
you
as
need
I-
both.
Yeah,
And you need
absolutely.
both.
You need a good
Yeah.
balance. You need a good
you need
balance.
both.
It's not gonna
The
work
ones who
otherwise.
live in fear, the ones who know how to maintain the fear.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Now you're learning. See? And if you take nothing else from this podcast ever in all 60 episodes, that's what we want you to take.
Yeah.
Are you with us or are you against us?
Question: did we just talk 60 minutes on cars?
No, I think that was only I don't
55.
know how long it was, but it was probably 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I think we're about 40 minutes into the episode. So half. I mean, half. But everybody drives a car.
Everybody drives a car. Everybody steals a car. Everybody drives a car. Everybody steals a car. Then
It's like-
drive a car.
yeah.
Then steal a car.
It's like give a penny, take a penny. I mean, it's just it's normal.
everybody drives one, and everybody obviously steals one.
Period. Wow.
Everybody drives
Stealing
a car. Better
seems
steals
like
a car. One step this time. Bam. One step this time. Bam.
dude. I turn up to that song, by the way. That version.
Same.
No, I turn up to that song at weddings. Wasn't played at the one I was just at this past weekend, but I turn up to the cha-cha slide, dude. Oh, doom, 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 doom,
Yeah.
doom, doom,
What about the
doom,
wobble
doom,
though?
doom. Gets old.
Big wobble guy.
Wobble gets old for me. It should be half the length that it is. That's a hot take for a wedding song.
Fair.
I feel the same way about Cupid Shuffle, and I love the Cupid Shuffle, but it goes, for too long.
Yeah. Now kick. When
No kick. It's
fun
too many
fact,
kicks,
when I do the
too many
kicks, I'm in the New York City Rockettes or whatever it's called. The
yes,
Radio
I've
City
been with
Rockettes.
you, dude. You high kick for those.
I do high kick over the
dude.
person in front of me's shoulder.
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen you clear the head of the person in front of you, dude. I said, how is this man not pulling a hamstring with every kick? It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
It's so hard for me to follow
Stays
along
with
to those songs. I always during the cha-cha slide thing. I end up facing the dance floor, like the people,
The other way, yeah,
dancing.
yeah.
I'm the
Why am
wrong
I
way
making
every
eye
time.
contact with fellow participants right now?
Right. I always used to be like so perplexed and intimidated by, not intimidated, that's a weird word, but perplexed by.
And that was a real struggle for me.
That was
I'll be
I
honest
dealt with
with you.
that for a long time, man, until I went to therapy, and then it all worked out. But my parents had this friend who still to this day actually DJs, and he would have block parties at on their block in Garden City every summer. And
Scroll.
I don't know how I keep doing that, but
it was me. I hit the glass with the thing.
So he would always throw these block parties, and he would set up his whole DJ rig in the middle of the street, and it was like the height of like the Wings being at their best. Everybody's wearing Wings jerseys outside, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. But also, I got dragged along, and I had no one to hang out with. That wasn't great. And then my mom would stay there, play cards with them 2:30 a.m. I am 7. And but he would always play the same songs, dude. And the one song,
Hustle?
you know this one. I've played it for you multiple times. I laugh at it to this day. My Eyes Don't Cry No More.
Yes, dude.
By Stevie Wonder. And to this day, that song will never just be a song to me. That'll be like the song that I think about, And my parents,
it won't be a song. It'll be the
song. And my parents and all those adults would do basically like the hustle to that song.
Gonna get flagged on YouTube, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, let's get to the hook in the song.
It's a jam. It's a real
It
jam,
is, dude. But people do the hustle to that.
Yes.
But the timing doesn't line up.
It doesn't at all.
And I struggle with that.
But they would do it, and I'd be so confused. And then I would see people, like the actual hustle song come on, and people do that same dance. And as a young kid, I'm like, why are you doing the Stevie Wonder dance? That doesn't make any sense. I was so confused by that. But the main point was, like, I couldn't figure out how they were all so coordinated.
Yeah, they do like a 2-beat thing in there where you kick and you turn.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think my
that
mom
makes
would
me
call
mad.
it.
It doesn't make sense.
I think my mom, and I'm not joking, would call it. She would call it the alligator shuffle.
Why?
Have you ever heard of that in your life? You're
It's not a
doing
thing.
something called the alligator shuffle to My Eyes Don't Cry No More.
What is the alligator shuffle?
It's like a variation of the hustle. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for all intents and purposes.
People with short
I know
legs.
the alligator shuffle. I don't know the alligator hustle per se.
That's what I said. Alligator shuffle.
I don't get it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I would always be perplexed by how a group of adults would basically have a flash mob outside and be able to do all the same
dude.
moves.
I've been
You have
thinking
to be
about
a
that
boomer.
since you said it, dude. Like
Yes.
all of them playing like euchre, right?
Yeah.
Like they're probably playing euchre around a table, and then that song comes on. They all go outside and
Yes.
start doing the hustle.
And
They're
they
like-
move in perfect sync.
They're like
Yeah.
zombies that hear a loud sound and then go do the same thing at the same time. It's the same
Or like-
idea.
Or like in a video, like a hockey video game, for example, like crowd members who all do the same motion.
Yeah.
They all like kind of, you know what I'm talking about? They
Yes.
cheer at the same time.
Like a hockey video game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
The
NHL
crowd.
95.
Yes. There are only like 3 different motions that they do.
Yeah. It's so bad, dude. Even dude, we've played, right? We all have the game.
They're doing the hustle.
We've come this far.
In the video game somehow. You know, they all do the same motion.
The entire stadium is doing the hustle. Dude,
That's the intermission
so
song. You're
funny.
like between whistles. My eyes don't cry.
It somehow gets the NHL team hyped up. That song.
That's what they play for the national anthem.
Would be my
The
walk-up
NHL
song if
team's
I was a
doing it.
baseball player, dude. That would be my walk-up song.
If I was a wrestler, that'd be my walkout song.
My eyes don't cry. That is so stupid. Do you understand that?
Dude.
Are you beginning to? Just
Man,
put
I
my
love
phone down
dancing
and
at
Apple
weddings
Pay
and
comes.
stuff. I know you do too.
Yes, dude. Oh, I turned up to a major degree on the dance floor. And it's, dude, I've never been to a wedding where I didn't know one person. One person. Didn't know. I met the bride and groom there at the front, at the head table.
Was that fun to be a part of a wedding, like dance party where you didn't know anyone?
Oh, yes, dude. So I told you, I went with 2 buddies. The MC buddy between the 2 of them, while I was out there, like vibing and dancing and stuff, came up to me, tore my shirt off, dude. I was wearing a nice Tommy Bahama shirt, tore it off, lost 4 buttons. I only have the top and the bottom buttons now, dude.
Sweet.
Tore it off me. It was so... I was pissed after the fact, but in the moment, I was like, this is nice. Because I'm like, he's not embarrassing me in front of anybody I know. This is just two people who know each other, connecting on a major party vibe, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you were mad.
No, I wasn't actually pissed. He said, let me get you a new shirt. I said, dude, I'm keeping this shirt. I'm going to put this shirt in a trophy
Let me
case.
let me get you a new shirt. Dude,
To
size medium.
Dude, please don't. XL, though, if you see any. Listen, I really don't need a new shirt, but just go 6pm.com and then tell me about it. XL shirts. And that's where I got this. And no, I was never pissed. It was a nice memory, but it's cool to be in a place where you know nobody. You very rarely are in a situation where you don't know anybody in this life.
Right.
And to be in that kind of atmosphere, the vibe is high, people are happy, love is in the air, and nobody knows who you are. You can just kind of blend in and just soak it all in.
Like everything is happy. There's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong in life. And Will, that same night, you were at a wedding. You were at a wedding on a golf course. You were dancing. We were texting.
Mm-hmm.
Care to comment on that?
Yeah. I'm trying to recall what we discussed.
Well,
you guys were talking about...
We talked about tax
I happened to be
policy.
there
We talked about foreign policy. We talked about a lot of policies, actually.
Right. Greenhouse gases.
You guys were
and stuff.
living in
Greenhouse gases,
alternate realities.
Yes, we were.
Yes, it was funny
Yeah,
that we were both on golf courses at weddings where we really didn't know anybody.
Yep, it was nice.
Yeah.
So you went with your girlfriend, right?
Yep. So
It's
I
okay
had
to
met...
call her that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I had met two...
Oh, yeah.
Her two friends that we carpooled with out there who live in Indiana. So I had met them once before. But other than that...
America's Crossroads, by the way, Indiana is. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah, well, now I do. Bug just flied across the screen, I'm pretty sure, on your end.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
A huge bug.
Yep.
Well, that's cool, man.
Jim bug.
A Jim bug. Yeah, my buddy Jim Bug
Hey,
just
Jim
flew
Bug.
across it. Hey, James.
Yeah. No, it was good. The music wasn't, up to my standards. I don't know if I would have necessarily let loose. We didn't really dance much because the playlist just wasn't the best.
Sure.
If I may be honest.
Were they just playing Shout on repeat, basically?
I wish I would have been out there. I would have been sweating nonstop.
Or any song called Shout. So it could be, you make me wanna, or it could be Shout.
Let it all out.
Or any other song by Never Shout Never. Anything with Shout and Shout to the Lord. It could be any song with Shout in it.
Yeah.
And that's their whole set.
There were
That'd be
no
tight.
shouts that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shouts. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
This is how we end every episode. Like it's a business meeting. But are there any other comments from either of the boys before we button it up for episode 60 here? Will, I see you. You're the gears are turning. The gears are turning.
They're always turning, man. There's always
Yes,
something
they
I
are.
could say. Always
That's what I
something
love
I could
about you.
talk about.
Yeah.
No. I'll save a story for next time.
No.
Yeah.
Do you have a story?
My White House story, yeah.
What do you mean your White House story?
My White House trip story, man.
Dude, that's the cliffhanger to 61.
That's
That
a
is
cliffhanger
it, dude.
to
We're
61.
opening with the freaking White House story. So if you're listening to this, watching this, episode 61, we've got the infamous White House story. Coming up. Next episode.
Coming up as
To be continued. We love you guys. Thanks as always for listening, watching to the Stouting Off podcast. We'll catch you next time. Bye.